comedian Jimmy Shubert has appeared on a variety of shows, and we were just talking about all the movies you've been in as well, but some of the shows, Last Comic Standing, King of Queens, Entourage, because he's cool like that, performing, let's see, today, tomorrow, and Saturday at the Comedy Club in Webster, joining us, obviously, in studio, because he's sitting right next to me.
Hello!
See, why do we do that?
I know, it's so funny. It's just like the Mrs. Doubtfire. It always
Yes.
just pops up. Hello, dear.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was another drive-by fruiting, dear. But yeah.
He walked in the studio and I did that, and I'm like, why do we sometimes just bust into an English accent?
Well, just because there's nothing wrong with being friendly, you know, it was
Right?
nice.
Do you think in England they like bust out an American accent when someone
Yeah,
walks in the
yeah.
studio?
Hey, how you doing? All right. Yeah, you know, maybe.
I don't get it.
Who knows? But yeah, it's great to be back in the Rock. In the Rochester.
Oh, you've been here before.
I have been here before.
Really?
Yeah, I've been coming here for years. I actually, just the clubs have changed hands. I've been coming to the same, club for many years, and I've been on the, Brother Weeze. Obviously, I do his show, but our friend is in the hospital. So Godspeed to Weezy. He's getting a little throat thing done today, so he's on my mind and in my prayers. So.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Yeah, and yeah, it's great to be back. I finally, flew in to the airport, which is great.
You must travel all the time, and that has to be just give you like endless amounts of material.
Well, you know why? Because I'm old enough to remember when you can just buy a plane ticket and go somewhere. Now you got to pay for your bag, you got to buy your lunch. There's onboard Wi-Fi, priority seat. I'm surprised you don't get airport. I walk down and go, okay, people, let's go. Gas money. Like gas money. I pay for my bag. I bought my. Yeah, it's a new thing we're doing called screw the customer. Come on, gas money, or we don't land this plane. I go, all right, here's some gas money. Is the cabin pressurization, is that still complimentary, or is that extra? The armrest, the one thing I would pay extra for the armrest, you can't rent that. You just have to wrestle with Bob, the human carbohydrate, for 4 hours, going, come on, Bob, what you flunk sharing in kindergarten? Give me a piece of the armrest.
You flunk sharing in kindergarten?
No, well, it's tough. I mean, it's crazy. I had a heavy-set gentleman in the middle row, and I was against the fuselage of the airplane for 4 hours. It was like being trapped in a phone booth with a manatee. I go, come on, Rochester, get me to Rochester. But and then you got to fly with people, and that's worth, because people now, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but people they have therapy animals. They bring. A woman had a cat on the plane. The cat has this little orange vest. It's his therapy cat. I'm going, I don't know what that is. It struck me odd, because cats aren't really, they don't strike me as like a dependable species that you can
Don't they hate humans?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, she comes in with this thing that says therapy. I'm going, is that where we're at as a species now? Like, I can't get through my day without my therapy cat. He calms me down. I'm going, hey, lady, I get it. Being a grown-up sucks. You don't think we all want something furry to pet when things get hairy? But I mean, you're on an airplane with a cat. I mean, I love animals. I would never drag a cat onto an airplane. We're talking about an animal that freaks out over a vacuum cleaner. I mean, how the hell do you think he's going to handle a 747? Sure enough, the plane takes off and the cabin decompresses, and the poor cat starts freaking out like... I'm going, hey, lady, I don't know how to tell you this, but your therapy cat's having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, you're fine, but your therapy cat's having a conniption. Now, what does he get? A therapy mouse? A seeing-eye chicken? I mean, how long before there's little goats and tiny ponies run up and down the aisle between the beverage service so everybody feels good about flying to Rochester? I'm going, hey, people, relax. It's an airplane. It's not Noah's Ark, all right? Do what the rest of us do. Pop a Valium, you forget you even have a cat, we'll wake you up wheels down.
Well, I don't know. You're hanging out with a manatee in a phone booth, so a woman should be able to have a therapy cat on a plane,
it's my therapy.
Right?
Well, you think that's crazy. I'm not exaggerating, because, like a couple months ago, when we got thrown off an American Airlines flight, she had an emotional support pig. They made it all the way onto the airplane. I mean, you're checking in with the pig, that's fine. You're going through TSA with the pig, that's fine. I got to take my shoes off, but the pig's okay. A couple weeks ago, a guy was on a Delta flight with an emotional support turkey.
Turkey?
I'm not even joking. I'm just going, how long before people are getting on the plane with a 36-gallon aquarium going, excuse me? And these are my comfort fish.
They're calming.
That keep me calm. Well, I'm just saying, well, God forbid we hit a little turbulence. Next thing you know, we're all in the middle of a wet T-shirt contest having sushi for lunch. because you're afraid to fly. How about you suck it up, people? We're all a little afraid to fly. The pilots are afraid to fly. We're not supposed to fly. We're land-based mammals. Maybe that has something to do with it.
I'm afraid we gotta pay the bills for just a second.
Let's pay the bills. I'll be here.
We're gonna take a break. More with him. Gather your animals around and watch TV. We're have more in just a moment. Having some fun this morning with comedian Jimmy Shubert performing at the Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. I say tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yes, and I have to make an addendum to your traffic on 590.
Okay, bring
a
it.
wine truck just drove into the side of a cheese truck, and a $5,000 fundraiser broke out. So you may want to avoid that area. If you can, go around it. It's just a little update while you were doing it. It came in. I thought I'd help out.
Perfect, because it's so Rochester. We love our wine and cheese fundraisers. So perfect. Let's go. What are we doing here? Free wine and cheese? Let's boogie. Come on. We've been talking, of course, politics this morning. And for a comedian, I mean, it's just supposed to be like, here you go.
Well, how come we always get the lesser? You always wind up stuck voting for the lesser of the two evils. It's never the better of the two goods. I mean, these two candidates are horrible. And they're being served up to I just want to take Clinton and Trump, I just want to put them together and just morph them into one person and call it Clump. Clump 2016, just a comb over coming at you on a set of cankles in one of them Kim Jong-un pantsuits, just a narcissistic pile of genetic debris coming at you, having a coffin fit. I'm not going to release my taxes. I mean, come on, it's like a chef going, listen, you're going to get food poisoning. Now, do you want it from the chicken or do you want it from the fish? Okay, that's what's happening. I mean, they're just, Hillary Clinton's a Batman villain. Donald Trump's like a doctor with really bad bedside table manner. Nobody, like he said, it's just, we're screwed. That's all I can say.
All right, so your show, because the state of the world, we need to laugh again tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. Your show, do you go on politics? What do you go on? Like,
listen,
anything and everything?
I'm hilarious, okay? I am just hilarious from the time I get on stage to the time I go home, I open a refrigerator door, the light comes on, I do 15 minutes. That's the kind of entertainer I am. Now, people come to my show, you'll know. I love coming to Rochester. I love East Coast crowds. I just talk about.
Are we different than West Coast?
Yeah, well, you guys are just you just get it. I mean, I grew up with 6 brothers. My father was a homicide detective, and literally, I got one feeling, and I dare you to hurt it. Okay, so I go I'm a little kind of in your face. I mean, about what I'm making fun of. And some people today, we're being expurgated by the political correctness police. We're being censored by social media and shamed by oversensitivity. Well, I don't have time for that, okay? I gotta go be funny. So if you're one of those people,
Stay home.
No, I'm just kidding.
We'll take your money either way.
I do balloon animals. I ride a unicycle.
You
Trust
do?
me, yeah. No, I don't. I just do straight stand-up comedy. Setups, punchlines, callbacks.
Okay.
The way it was done and the way it's been done, I'm not ironic. You will laugh. You will have a good time on my show. But I talk about everything. Like this morning, we got up and Mark, the club owner, Mark Ippolito, took me to breakfast. And he goes, there's a thing I'm trying to take better care of myself.
Sure.
I'm trying to lose weight. Ever since I read this article about obesity, it scared the hell out of me. It said obesity has gotten so bad in America that 2 out of 3 people have now become 4 out of 5 people. and if you didn't get that joke, that's because 7/8 of people aren't really good with fractions. Anyway, I'm trying to take better care of myself, and they had a thing called a protein scramble, which was basically an egg omelet with chunks of chicken meat in it.
That's good.
No, it's a chicken omelet. You don't take the eggs out of a chicken and then cook the chicken and put in the eggs. It's too much chicken. I mean, who's back there cooking? Some kind of chicken serial killer?
Reverse circle.
I mean, that's an omelet that spans 2 generations of chicken. That's not breakfast. That's a vendetta. Who's ordering breakfast? Tony Soprano? Listen, I want the chicken dead. I want his family dead. I want his unborn babies dead. I want 8 chickens coming back at me after I eat my breakfast. It's not kosher, literally. It's like taking your hamburger and dipping it into your milk, That's what I'm saying. You don't do it. It's not kosher. I like chicken, I just don't like it in eggs. That's what I'm saying. That's the creepy part. I'm a meat eater. God made animals. He made them slow enough to catch. Obviously, he intended for us to eat them. Besides that, what's the fun in hunting a vegetable? Huh? Anybody can sneak up on a carrot. I don't even trust vegetables because they get the nutrients from the dirt. Would you eat dirt? No. Well, then why eat the middleman? That's what I'm saying.
Why eat the middleman?
Some of that stuff's not even food. Celery, that's not food. That's dental floss trapped inside a carbohydrate. And I was reading about celery. You know, celery's actually dangerous. It's classified as a negative calorie food. There are 2 calories in 1 stick of celery, but if you eat it, it takes your body 10 calories to process it.
What?
I mean, yeah, it's a negative calorie food. You could kill yourself eating celery. I mean, if that's all you ate.
Oh.
I mean, it would take a long time, but you could do it.
We get our political update, our latest from the TSA, and our health warning, all from you this morning.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday.
That's right. If you want to come out into a comedy show and laugh hysterically, when you remember before we all moved into this political correctness, we want to come out and laugh, like, you know, like with setups of punchlines and callbacks, come and see my show.
All right, beautiful. Well done. Thanks for visiting us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Now go get a different breakfast.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a different breakfast.
Coming up, strides against breast cancer. Some neat stories coming your way about this big event. Be right back with that.